Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes and
Moose Mike.
So welcome back to all our returners and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give us a thumbie. They are free. So you will be seeing this on Friday, and every Friday here at Manfa's Makes we fill you in on all the crochet loveliness that we have got up to in the past week. Now, there isn't a lot, guys. It has been a particularly slow crochet week in the fact that neither Mike or I have had much time to crochet for one reason or another. Life has kicked us in the proverbial derriere this week and there's not a lot to show. If you haven't seen Tile of the Week Thursday, there is that segment you can watch. That is some crochet that we got done this week. That was yesterday's video, so head on over there. But tonight we only have one item each. I have been hyper-focusing on the hashtag Boggy Blanket Challenge set by Jan and Alaskan Crafter Jan, our YouTube mummy. Because it needs to be done within the month of September, between the 1st and 30th, and obviously time is rolling on and it's getting closer to the deadline. Now, I have managed to get all of what I am calling my segments in. I now need to cut off the stained glass colour and I need to do the border. And the border is all the way around with single and then all the way around with twisted double crochets, which is not a stitch I've done before and is far too similar to the crab stitch for my liking. And Manfa's not a fan, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick to the pattern and do the pattern how it was to the T. I believe it is about 37 to 38 inches wide, remembering it has to be between 35 and 40, so I've hit that. And then with the smidgy bit of border, it will definitely be 38. So it's within the width. And lengthwise, I believe it is between 47 to 48 inches. And remember, it had to be between 40 and 50. So I have hit that parameter. And then the smidgy bit of border will make sure that it is definitely 48 inches. I didn't want to do another section and run the risk of it being a little bit too big once the border was put on. So I played it safe and it's within the parameters set. So I know that this blanket that I have made, one of the precious kids that go to Boggy Creek Blanket will have this blanket on their bed at some point next year. And they will be able to take it home with them, knowing that it was made with a lot of love. So I will show it to you. For this one I've been using my 6mm dots, the pretty pink one, which makes my heart happy because pink is my favourite colour. Actually, before I show you, I will dig into my project bag. My project bag I was using for this one was called Stand Tall, Darling, with of course a Mingo on it. And inside are all my yarn bands that I have gone through. So I have finished with the Papaya Moulin Chunky in the really famous and glamorous colour of 5174, and I used 5 whole ones, and I've got this smidgy bit left of one which is less than a quarter. So I will put the 6th ball band back on this scrap and put this scrap in my scrap bin, and when I have used this scrap then I will put the label in my folder where I'm keeping my labels. And with the Emu Classic Aran, I have used 3 whole ones and I've just broken into this one, and even after I've done the border there is going to be lots of this one left. So this ball band will stay with the scrap when I've finished the border. That also will go into the scrap bin, and I will put it in with the used labels once I've used it all. So far 8 complete balls of yarn have gone into this blanket, which is amazing. That is going to really help with my label total for the year and my yardage used total. So I'm super duper happy about that. Just going to double check there isn't a stray one. Nope. So I'm going to put them back in there, and I'll put them with my other yarn labels I've used this year. I'll put them with them later. Save this one for this scrap. And I am still attached. Literally 7 o'clock this morning, I had half an hour to put the last section in because I wanted to get to at least border stage before I came on today. So you will see this blanket one more time, and it will be one more time next week because I will show the border to you. And I'm not going to unfold it completely, guys, because it is huge anyway. Well, it's not huge, but it's too big to fit all on screen anyway. So this is folded in 4. And this orange stitch marker here was where I showed you last week. So I have done all of this week, which is a hefty chunk of progress, if I do say so myself. To give reference, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Another 15 sections, as I'm calling these. This is, of course, Bagaday's Polychromatic blanket that she has a tutorial for. I will link our gorgeous Jan Bagaday and the tutorial down in the description box should you be interested and wish to check those people or that tutorial out. And as a reference point, so I put 15 in this week, but in total there are, can you move that mouse so I don't accidentally stop the video, and it's right on the stop button, so careful, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 sections tall. And how many wide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 wide. So there we go. And the sections are obviously these little shells. Each of these shells are a 4-row. So in total it's an 8-row repeat. Sounds like a lot, sounds like you're going to struggle to remember 8 rows. But honestly, guys, once you get hook in, those 8 rows are imprinted in your brain. And you know exactly where you are, even when you put it down and, you know, not look at it for a whole night or a whole day before you pick it back up again. Really easy, really simple, lovely effect. I actually found this a slow grower. I know Jan said that she said it was really quick and it was at the length before she knew it and it kind of snuck up on her. But for me, this has actually been quite a slow goer for me. But then I have got 2 other blankets on my hook right now. So I think if I didn't have so many blankets all at the same time, I might not have found it so slow going. And it is a very repetitive repeat. That sounds silly, but it's not 8 completely different rows, if you see what I mean. It is very over and over and over and over, which sometimes you really need. And it's a beautiful, you know, brilliant tutorial. Crystal always smashes it out of the park when she does her tutorials, in my opinion. Really, really enjoyable. And once the border is on, guys, I will take a picture of it in natural light so you can see the brightness of these colours, because my camera really doesn't do it any justice. It is super busy and super bright, but I know that a kiddie is going to love it. And that is the reason why we're doing it for the kids, right? So hashtag Boggy Blanket, or Boggy Creek Blanket Challenge. Oh, so nearly done. If I had had just one more evening's crochet, this would have been an FO today. But like I said, this week has been a bit of a pig. So you'll have to wait till next week. And because this was all I was focused on, I am done showing you what I've done. It's not a lot, is it? Sorry, guys. And Mike will tell you about his one and only.
And if you haven't been here for a while or haven't seen this at all, I am doing the Beautiful Friend Shawl, and sorry Ursula, but I did not read this bit.
No.
So if you want to see other videos or posts, click or write, type, whatever it is, hashtag Beautiful Friend Shawl. Yep. And you can find it on, is it Ravelry?
Yes, I will put the Ravelry link down in the description box, and Ursula is obviously OM Granny Square here on YouTube, so I will link OM Granny's YouTube channel, and on Ravelry she is under Ursula Wood. And
it is really, really coming along now.
She has other patterns as well, guys, so check them all out. Yeah.
Here it is.
Yay!
Oh, better hold that. And I managed to get 2 rows done this time, but I've had schools and stuff to visit, so
it has been a really busy
week.
Adulty
Look at the drape.
week.
And we're getting into these lovely purples,
which the camera is showing as either browns or reds. It's not. It's a beautiful purple. And again, when Mike is done, we will make sure that we dress the lovely wibbly wobbly Wendy and take some better photos for you, because it is a gorgeous purple colour.
And I've only got 13 more rows to do.
Yeah, so he's nearly done, guys. There's not many more rows to put into
but they are getting bigger, and if anything like this week happens, it's going to take a while.
Yeah. And Mike is doing it as a hug for somebody here on the YouTube streets. Now, you guys keep guessing, but not one of you have guessed the correct person it is going to. So if you want to keep guessing, please do. It's been quite entertaining for me to read who you think it's going to. I'm going to give you a massive clue. It is not Lala. Okay? Because of the orange, everyone is like, it's Lala, it's Lala. Not this time. Eventually Lala will get a hug from Mike and I, or one or other, whatever. Not this one. It's not. Sorry, Lala, if you're watching, but I know that you prefer rectangular wraps rather than triangular shawls anyway, so you'll get something more to your tastes at some point in the future. But for everyone guessing, nobody has guessed it correctly so far, so keep the guesses coming. And like I said to you last week, you need to think of somebody who is our friend and who we love, but isn't necessarily mentioned all the time. She's mentioned sometimes, but not all the time. And that's all I am going to say, because I'm going to give it away otherwise. But yeah, so very nearly done, and hopefully it will be done and sent off before Christmas. That's the plan anyway.
Yes, because I need to get on with a new project.
Yes. I've got itchy fingers to get some new projects on the go, but I am trying to be really strict on myself to try and get some that I've already started off the hooks, because I don't want too many going into next year. And guys, next month, October, I am the host of Amigurumi Wars. So next month is going to be a busy month for me in the Ami Stakes. So if you are a participant in hashtag Amigurumi Wars, I am your host next month. It is, of course, going to be Halloween themed. So get some ideas planned and plotted. Don't start yet. It's got to be made in the month of October. And just to give you a little heads up, I have a couple of wonderful friends who have offered to show me how to do those little slideshow picture montage thingies. But I have always maintained that I am part of the no edit crew, and to be perfectly honest with you guys, you know I'm having to take a bit of a step back on my daily content at the moment. The last thing I need is to then know how to edit these wizardry magical things. I just don't have enough hours in the day. I really don't. I wish I could. So my plan of action for that is every time people send me pictures of their entry and they want to be shown, you have to tell me you want them to be shown. I can post 5 photos at a time on my community tab. So I will gather 5 and post, gather 5 and post, and I will do that all month long, because it's twofold. It's the only way I've got to showcase your work, because I've got no time for wizardry and spells and magic. And 2, the community tab is a very neglected resource on YouTube. Not a lot of people even think to go and check community tabs half the time. I know I don't get a lot of traffic on mine, and I know I'm terrible for looking at other people's community tabs. So what I want to encourage in my month of Amigurumi Wars is more traffic on my community tab to help my community tab doodads. What are they called? Analytics? Algorithms? I don't bloody know. But also to get you guys in the habit of all the channels that you love and you follow and you watch regularly, see what they're putting on their tabs, because they have everything from surveys, votes, pictures of makes that they've literally just started and then you won't see for a week or 2, sneak peeks of yarn hauls, special events in their life outside of YouTube, plans for their channel, all sorts. There is so much useful information that people use their community tabs for. Information for upcoming yarn sales or current yarn sales that you could get a bargain. Honestly, it is such an underused resource that selfishly, if you want to see the item you have made and others that other people have made, you're going to have to use my community tab. I'm going to be a bit mean on that one, but that is what I am going to do. So your work will be shown, but you have to go to the community tab because I've got no other way of showing you. That's the main crux of it. So that's the plan. So get thinking of Halloween. Get thinking of all those Amis you've wanted to make for the spooky season but haven't quite found the time to. It is your excuse to get those done next month, but that is still a couple of weeks away. But that is what is upcoming here at Manfa's Makes for the month of October. If you can hear that, that is Melmo meowing at the door to come in. He is not in pain, he just makes it sound that way. He will be okay for 2 minutes. So yeah, thank you once again for coming to see what Mike and I have been up to. Apologies, it's not a lot this week. I have had a particularly tough week at work. I have got a 6-day week this week, and I had nearly as long a week last week, and it's starting to catch up with me. I've also been battling a bit of a cold all week, so I've not been feeling 100%, and I have not been sleeping great. So all of that to say is I didn't get a lot done, and I'm really sorry, folks. But I did have a smidgy bit to show you, and it's always nice coming on to chat with you for 5 minutes.
I actually think you got quite a lot done. You just did it on one project.
Yeah, I put all of my time into one project rather than spreading it over a few. So there is that.
Because I only did 2 rows.
Yeah, but you get even less time than me. So, but these guys have heard it before. And also, just quickly before we click off, I really, really want to implore everybody watching to please take the time over this weekend, if you can, to call a loved one you haven't spoken to for a while, go and visit a friend maybe that you haven't seen for a while. Just reach out and get in touch and tell those that you love them, because there has been some really devastating things go on in the background. We're fine, our families are fine, don't panic. But people that we love and care about are going through some really tough times at the moment, and they would give anything to tell their loved one just once more how much they love them, and unfortunately they can't. So if you have the option, if you can, go and grab those people tight, or at least ring them and tell them how much you love them, because it is so important, guys. We say in our outro, get some good quality family time or good quality time with your loved ones. We really do mean it, guys. It's a really important message, and we wanted to tell you guys that we love you too, and we genuinely mean that. There are a lot of channels that say it, and there are a lot of channels that do it just because it's what you say on YouTube. I don't say it for that, because you guys have given Mike and I so much more than we could ever have hoped for. There has been so much joy and so much love showered on us since the very start, and we have been oh so fortunate to make some very real, genuine and true friends through the power of YouTube who mean the absolute world to us, and we've never met them. But they really are as close to us as family now. And even you guys watching who don't speak to us outside of these videos, you guys are just as important too, because you are the ones that come back time after time to see our silliness and shenanigans, to hear me waffle about nothing for sometimes an hour at a time. Apologies. And just give us such love and support, unwavering, unquestioning, daily. Just, you take time out of your day to come and listen to us, which blows my mind. And we genuinely want to say thank you, and that we love you for that as well. It's very easy to just do video, and not actually take the time to genuinely thank you. So honestly, today, we genuinely thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything that you do for us, and for making Manfa's Makes as amazing as it is right now, and hopefully how it will continue to be going forward in the future. But honestly, guys, please tell those you love that you love them, because it is oh so important, and you don't want to leave it till it's too late. Okay, and they may find this a bit weird, but give them a squidge from Manfa too. Don't tell them, because they're not going to know who I am, and they are going to be creeped out and weirded out. But just give an extra little squeeze for me, because you guys love us, and the guys that love you in turn deserve some love as well. So try and make it happen this weekend, and have a lot of fun. We will be doing our Saturday Night Live as normal, straight after the gorgeous Granny D at 4 PM Eastern. So come and hang out and hopefully have a few giggles with us. It is always my favourite time of the week. And then after the live tomorrow, it will be Monday that we see you next. But have some fun, do all the things, and know that we thank you and love you so very much. Thank you, guys. Until then,
stay safe,
be kind,
look after one another,
get some good quality time in with your loved ones,
get some good quality crafting time in.
We will see you in the next one.
Around the YouTube streets.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you loads. Take care.